Shalom, Israel. This is Yuda Yasharel and Marina.
Marina.
Hey, Marina. We're going live today. You guys know that we did a series of lessons this week, and we thought it was time that we meet with you guys. See, maybe somebody had questions or if there was anything you wanted to talk about. Well, we're here live from Tanzania, East Africa. Shalom.
Shalom.
We were looking through the scriptures today, and
We did it.
I don't know if we don't have enough light out here, do we?
Uh-huh.
So you can't see anything. Wow. Well, we was gonna ask you guys to ask questions if you had any kind of questions, maybe about some of the lessons we did here recently, or anything about the scriptures in general. Now, I'm not saying we can answer every question, but we will do the best we can with what we got and what we know. So I see we only have one viewer right now. Shalom, whoever you are. Glad to see you here. So, what should we talk about? I see mosquitoes.
Oh boy.
We thought we would let you guys see the view from our balcony, upstairs balcony. Unfortunately, I forgot there was no light up here, so you probably won't be able to see us too good, and we won't be able to see you at all.
The moon is right above us.
Yeah, and it's a little odd. I don't know
It's
if
more
it's
than a half moon.
yeah, I know, but it's something I'm seeing. I don't know if it's because I'm seeing a different side of it than I
is.
would be seeing.
Yeah.
Lewis, oh brother Harris, hey brother Harris, how you doing, man? Ah, that's the viewer. Yeah, sorry, but we didn't give you any notice, man. We don't. Looks like Florida. Yeah, yeah. We got a lot of palm trees, coconut trees, mango trees, papayas, and you name it. We probably got it. So how's everything going with you? While we waiting on him to answer, is there anything in particular that you'd like to discuss? Because we ran across some stuff today. The last lesson we did today was how the Christians was duped, and I brought that in perspective because I don't know. While I was reading the scriptures, I realized, this is how they twist the scriptures. This is
Right.
how they mix and mangle. And when the people uneducated, they go read it, well, to them, it's scripture. And another thing, when they were translating these scriptures, especially in the King James, they were making notes. And it wasn't for the people, it was so that they could remember to go back and check this out, make sure they got it right. Then, over the years of translations, these notes became scripture. And these Christians are eating those notes up. Okay, good to hear that. Good to hear that. How you doing on your plans on getting out of that God forbidden and forsaken country? Got lucky to catch you live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you're the only one here right now, so we're just gonna drag along here until something pops up. But the main reason we're doing this live is because we like to show ourselves occasionally. We don't want to be, we don't, even though it's in the dark. Yeah, we don't want to. Let me see if I can shed some light by turning on this room light.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Does that help?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, that's not much. Well, that's not a whole lot better, but yeah, better is better.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I was saying that I was noticing that these footnotes is what they were called, And I don't know if y'all notice what I noticed, but in these footnotes, they become scripture. Somehow through the years, they ended up being migrated from footnotes into scripture when they was just somebody's opinion. And it's all in the New Testament. You don't find that in the Torah because the Torah is what the Torah is, and there is no give and take. It is what it is. So as I noticed that, I started looking over certain scriptures, and I noticed that even scriptures that they pulled, when I say they, I'm talking the Christians. They pull scriptures from the Old Testament, and then they put a spin on it. They put a twist on it. Uh, if any of y'all watched the video that I put out earlier today, you'll know what I'm talking about. Uh, One example is in Isaiah, I believe it's 28 and 10, where it's supposed to be about precepts upon precepts. Well, when you look in the Torah, it don't even mention precepts. It's talking about hope upon hope. That's where precept upon precept would have been. But it has nothing to do with precepts whatsoever. But it was those kind of things that uh, made me feel like, well, this needs to be talked about. And as I read through a lot of those things, I could see how easily one could be caught up and questioned. Like, for example, today we were reading Malachi chapter 4, verse 2. Now, if you go to your book right now, progress is slow, a lot of roadblocks now to earn money. Okay. But we were reading Malachi chapter 4 and verse 2, and it mentioned that the Son, and it actually spelled it S-U-N. Well, we knew that could not be right, but it was in the Septuagint. So I'm telling you this to let you know this is why you have to be very educated in these scriptures. You have to dig deep. Brother Roger Hall, oh, much love to you, brother. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Seems like they don't want to hear, but they won't let go. That's true. Things are so strange. Oh, yeah.
Well, tell them about you always come up with these catchphrases. Remember the one where you said they eaten in the dark?
Oh, yeah. Most I put it in my spirit today when we were talking about why are the Christians so ignorant? And I told my wife, I said, that's because they are eating in the dark. Yeah. They don't know what they put in their mouth. And what I mean by that, in case y'all didn't catch it, is their eyes are closed. So everything is dark. Can you guys see us at all? Would somebody say if they can see us at all? Because if we go ahead, try.
I was gonna push it this way for us.
No, that's not helping. No. That's not helping one bit. King Tubby, shalom, brother. Oh, you can't see us, Brother Hall? Okay. Silhouette. Yeah. I kind of figured that. Okay. Well, okay. All right. We're gonna try to get a flashlight and see if that'll help, man. Because we enjoy. We's in Africa. We's in Africa. We's ain't got lights everywhere like y'all. But man, we enjoy doing this live thing. Only today we didn't have any prepared anything prepared. We're just gonna wing it. Usually the reason I don't do videos as often as most of those people out there is because I like to wait on the Most High. Sister Marianne, I'm praises to the Most High to you too, sister. Glad you're here. Oh man, you put that right in my eye. Sorry. Okay. All right, let's see. Pop it up some? Yeah. Oh my God. That. Okay. Ooh. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do it like this.
You can lay it there.
Hey, can you see us now? Marina, you need to get over here. You can't see you. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you're welcome, Sister Mary. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all, we mostly we're doing this because we just want to talk to y'all. Uh, you can say we might be a bit lonely.
We're bored.
We're bored stiff. All we do is read the scriptures, study, and eat and sleep and drink and shower and yeah, we take showers. I know somebody's asking, do y'all have showers or do you have to go to the waterfall? No, we don't go to the waterfall. Hey, your time to hold the light.
Okay.
Okay. Oh no, give it back. Give it back. You don't know what you're doing. Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. I know what.
What?
This. What's happened to the light? Oh, there's Marina. Yeah, here's I. Thank you, Brother Hall. Thank you so much. We're in Africa. We are in Dar es Salaam, East Africa, Tanzania. And we love it here. Man, I tell you. Listen, y'all, police don't even wear guns. They don't chase cars in the street. Mary, shalom. It's good to see you all happy. Oh, yeah, we're happy. We're happy. I tell you what we're doing, though. We bought a deep freezer and a big double door refrigerator. And we know what's going on in the world. So we have began stocking the freezer with all kinds of meats, butters, and all the stuff, and then we're going to start stocking up on water. Jackie, Selah, all praises to the Most High. It's not to be on live with you. It's nice to be on live with you. Shalom. But we're stocking up on water, rice, beans, meat, and we started a garden. So we have spinach, we have greens, and we've been eating out of that garden. But there's a problem with the water flow here. And it's like there's no pressure. So it's kind of hard to water the garden. So we kind of been just kind of hitting and missing on that. You chose East Africa as opposed to West Africa. Why that decision? Well,
Get vaccinated.
West Africa, most of the countries in the western part of Africa are demanding or requesting or requiring everybody to be vaccinated. One of the main reasons why we left, the United States is because I think the battery's low in this thing. Is because we didn't want to be forced to be vaccinated. And East Africa right now, listen, nobody here wears mask. Nobody wears mask. The people here are free. And like I was saying earlier, when we travel back and forth to the store, maybe to the beach, I mean, you should see the traffic. I thought about doing a video just to show you what the traffic looks like here and how they drive here. And the police is standing right there. And none of them I asked because mine is to go to Africa. Well, King Tubby, I'm going to tell you from my experience, I don't know. There's people talking about going to Zambia. I'm hearing word that these people calling themselves chiefs are saying that the Most High has told them to give them land. This has been going on for the last 3 months that I'm aware of, almost 3 months. And I feel like this. If the Most High gave you something, then the trouble that they're going through to get it, they're fighting, they're disputing each other, they're fighting for authority and leadership and all of this mess. And then this so-called chief has said that they're going to welcome Muslims and anybody that want to come. Well, the Most High says, be ye separate. So can you imagine what kind of community that's going to be? Now, you got to go out there. They said they're going to give you land. Then this is Zambia. Now, you've got to pay to have the land cleared. Now, if you got the money to do that, I mean, that's all fine. But here's a problem I see with that. Zambia's president was just kidnapped a few weeks ago, the ex-president. Now, the president in office now is the one that did it. Now, if Zambia was giving land to the diasporas, which is those coming from other countries back to the native land, wouldn't the government be the one to say so? So I actually called and talked to this chief, and he tells me that before they can do this, they have to go ask for permission. Well, I don't see how the Most High is involved in that. So anyway, you asked, why did we choose East Africa? East Africa is the most laid back place. I mean, you don't see people fighting. You don't see people arguing. And I mean, there's all kinds of reasons for it. When you watch the traffic,
because they're on top of each other.
They're on top of each other, and none of them lose their temper. So you got to wonder, how is it that they can maintain their coherent minds under that kind of duress? And you got Bajajis, those little 3-wheel vehicles, and motorcycles, which they call bodas, weaving in and out of traffic. And I'm talking, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this in my life, but nobody gets pissed off. And it's like, man, nobody gets shot down in the street. Nobody gets pulled over because they don't have a tag on their car, or they don't have a tag light, or the signal don't work, or you got a headlight out. You don't deal with none of that. I'm trying to tell you.
They're on a mission. Well, the first thing they get up in the morning, they're already setting themselves up to go to whatever they got to do, sell whatever they got to sell.
Yeah, man.
And get there.
You know what? I am going to have to do a video. The next time we go out, I'm just going to film the action that happens as we go. I probably won't do any talking, but I just want y'all to see that if they was doing this in the States, somebody would be killed. Somebody would die. I'm telling you, it's crazy, man. I mean, this is the kind of place, and you see very few people that's not like you. The majority of people you see have the same skin color you have. Sounds like a perfect place. As far as I'm concerned, Sister Mary, it is the perfect place. The only problem is the electricity goes out the power goes out pretty regular. But it's the longest we've ever done without power is like 12 hours. Fortunately, all the food was froze solid. The refrigerator all these appliances are brand new, so everything in there was cold, and we opened it very minimum, just when we needed something out of there. So everything stayed pretty good, nothing spoiled. But you have to be ready to deal with the power outages. Now they're saying that they're working on the problem with the power outages. I don't know how long that's going to take. And the water, it's not set up like the United States, not at all. It's different. But the peace, I wish I could show y'all in front of my property. My whole yard, which is huge. I have 2 houses on my property. And we're considering, renting one out. We thought about doing a restaurant, but then the Most High laid it down on our spirit, said that's not what He called us here for. I had to turn the light out, y'all, because it's not tired. It seems like that battery is too low. But the Most High did not want us to get involved in a business, especially a restaurant. Y'all can imagine how much distraction that would have been. My job is to wait on his word and to put it out there. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to worry about trying to create any kind of business or anything like that. But most people coming here, that's what they're doing. And I got to admit, this is the perfect place. If you have the money to start a business, There's some loops you got to go through, but they're not extreme. But you'll have to have somebody guide you through them. And we're learning these things as we go. Now, if we wanted to, we know now how to go about doing it. Uh, we know how to go about doing it. So what we did was through our research, we discovered there was a thing called residence permit, and it was for retired persons. Well, me and my wife both are retired. So we put our application in at immigration, and it's now in processing. And I think it's going to cost us about $700.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a permit or a visa that allows you to stay for long term, you have to leave every 90 days. So we were going to just fly out of here and go to another country and stay there for a day or two and then come back. But when you think about it, that's plain fare. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just money wasted. So we thought, well, we should just go ahead and apply for this
Extension. They
extension.
offer an extension.
Yeah, you can get an extension for free. Now, if you were to come here and you stay right up to your 90 days, you can go to the immigration and you can get an extension. It don't cost anything, as far as I'm told. It doesn't cost anything to get an extension. They will give you, I think it's 30 days up to 90 days extension. But I recommend that anybody that would like to come to Africa, you will love it. I mean, there are some challenges. Yes, there are some challenges. But what y'all deal with, what we dealt with over there, it's just nothing like that. It's nothing like that.
The temperature.
But you have to, oh yeah, the temperature here is basically the same year round.
Yeah.
So you're never in long sleeve weather. You're always shorts and t-shirts. Uh, they have a mini rain season, and then they have a serious rain season, which I think we're getting ready to come into now, where it rains quite a bit. And we're not far from the Serengeti. Years ago, I think it's always been in my heart to come to Africa, but I never thought that I would be in Africa. Sometimes we look at each other and have to remind each other we're in Africa.
Yeah.
But I remember, as the closest I ever got to Africa was watching Animal Planet or National Geographics, where I would watch the shows about the Serengeti, the crocodiles eating the zebras and the wildebeest, and that kind of stuff. And now I'm actually here where it happens. So yeah, we've been around the city pretty much. We go to the beach. We were going to go to the beach today, but my wife didn't want to ride the Bajaji. It's kind of rough.
Kind of.
Kind of rough, yeah.
Back breaking.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Now, right behind us is a Airbnb. Uh, it is it's like a hotel, so to speak, and there's supposed to be some famous African musician that lives there. We never see him. We never see anybody coming in like that.
He's got protection.
Yeah, he's got protection. He's got guards, armed guards outside of his gate, and we've been broken into. I told y'all the plus side, and I'm gonna tell you the negative side. But it wasn't like the kind of break-ins that happens over in the state or anywhere else. We had a lot of work done in this house, and there was a select group of people that was selected to do the work. So they had keys. They had keys to some of the doors here. So we were asleep upstairs, and they came in the back door, and they stole some tools and some small stuff, and they dropped one of the tools, which made a loud noise, and I think that's what scared them off, because there was a lot of other small stuff they could have got, like my computer, the TV. They got pots and pans, tools and stuff like that. And so we changed all the locks, and then we padlocked all the gates. So they can't come in anymore. But the reason I'm saying that is if you're here in this country, I know now why they have concrete walls all the way around this property and a huge heavy metal gate that's padlocked and also uh, cylinder locked. So we feel pretty safe here. But the amazing thing about being here is you do not hear of bank robberies, road rage, uh, convenience store robberies, sirens. Man, I mean, like I said, the police don't even drive cars. There are a few. I don't know if it's the rank, but there's a few that drive cars, but they don't. You don't see them hardly ever, and you rarely ever see the police on their feet. But you will not see them with a gun.
Yeah, all the sounds are replaced by chickens.
Yeah.
Cows.
Yeah.
Goats.
Yeah. And birds.
And
Man,
birds.
that's all we hear. We don't hear any threatening noises. We do have a couple of dogs over in the next door over there. Sounds like they're uh, skinning them to eat. Now that's the first time I ever heard him bark. He's barking like a dog. Usually he's crying like a baby. So anyway, yeah, this Tanzania, if I had to recommend a place to go in Africa, it would be Tanzania. Uh, so I don't know. Like I said, we didn't come online to actually do any specific scriptures, but if anybody had any questions, we can't see anyway. Well, we can use the flashlight and we can go and answer questions if you ask them. Mostly, we just wanted to speak and say hello. I thought we would have more light. You know, since y'all guys can't see our background, I'm going to move this into the room so you can see us. So y'all give me a second. I'm gonna move this into where there's some light. So y'all just bear with me. Somebody's going to ask some questions here. I just got a feeling. And that question is going to make us go start scratching. We like that. Oh, man. Almost. Okay. Now we have light. So now let me go get my chair and we'll be right back. It's not the brightest light in the world, but it is light. So, oh, that picture looks bad. So I think this is a little better, people. So, Roger Hall, how are the African dishes? Hey, you know what? That's a good question. I don't recommend eating out. And I'm gonna tell you why. When we left the Airbnb, there we had a small stove, very small refrigerator. So we couldn't stock a lot of foods. But we did cook our own food. Now we had not eaten out at that time. So I think we had been here like 8 days or something like that. So when we found this house, we moved in here and we didn't have a refrigerator, we didn't have a stove, we didn't have a freezer, we didn't have anything. So except our clothes and some small handheld appliances. So I stopped at this little. Now, yeah, let me tell y'all this. Anywhere you go, no matter what street it is, these people have set up like some kind of little camp. And it's right next to a big business. And they're sitting right out in front of that business with their pots and pans. And they have a little spot on the ground where they'll pile up some wood, start a fire, and they cook. And they sell their food right on the side of the road. You can find bananas, corn, anything you can think of that you can get from a grocery store, you can find on the street. Now, we call them street vendors. Now, the thing about the food is that I would not recommend eating the food. Now, when they cook their food, mostly it's chicken and they have some other thing that look like a kebab. I don't know what that is. I don't fool with it. But I bought a chicken because me and my wife, we were here for that night and we didn't have anything to eat. There was no way to cook. And so I went to this little vendor right on the side of the street, about 3 or 4 blocks from here, and I bought this chicken. Man, that chicken was like eating rubber. You almost need a chainsaw to cut the meat off. And I thought, we got to do something about this. So that next day, we went and bought refrigerator. We spent about $5,000 or $6,000 at one time, and we got everything we needed. I wasn't going to do that again. So my answer about the dishes, Mary M, no, they don't eat pork. They don't eat no pork here. I have seen it in the grocery stores, but you won't find pork at none of these vendors. So we went and bought us all our appliances and we had them delivered. So no, another thing about these people, they eat. Almost all their restaurants are open. You're not closed up inside. So the flies here are ferocious. And the one time that we did go out and eat at a restaurant, which we'll never do that again either, the beans were good. The beans and the rice was good, but that chicken was a little tough. But the flies, you had to fight flies. You couldn't you had to fight flies with one hand and eat with the other hand. And I look over to the side of me, and there's a group of family over there, and they're sitting there eating just as calm. And I looked at their bowls and dishes, and they were covered with flies. And it didn't even bother them. They were eating after the flies. And I thought that was one of those isolated incidents. But everywhere we went, that's what we saw. So they don't have a problem with flies on their food. I do.
We have to inhale our food.
Yeah. Yeah. So my recommendation, and these street vendors, I'll tell you something else about them. They cook this food, and that chicken is sitting out in this little glass container all day long. All day long. And flies are just covering it. So I don't recommend eating out. You may have to if you were to come here and the first week or two you're here, and you don't have appliances, or unless you're in an Airbnb, you'll have a small stove and a refrigerator.
As soon as you get to an Airbnb, go to the store and stock up on some food.
Yeah.
And go home and go to the Airbnb and cook it. Yeah.
Don't eat out there. Don't eat out there. I mean, ain't nobody dropping dead, so I guess it's okay, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, for you diasporas, it's a big change.
Big change. It is. It's a big change, but we're enjoying it. I don't want to bore you guys. I probably should have waited until we had something scriptural to talk about, but we really miss y'all. And, this is why we really doing this. We just wanted to touch base with, as many of the subscribers as that we could. Boy, listen, I made a few comments on somebody else's channel. And these Christians came out at me like a ferocious tiger. And it's just so sad to see how blind they are. They can't see. And I don't care. I sent several of them a whole list of Old Testament scriptures and New Testament scriptures showing where the New Testament scriptures were plagiarized and they were misleading, and the Torah was to back it up. And do you know, they still came back and said things like, "Oh, sister, don't worry. When you follow Jesus, expect to be mocked." And I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. So y'all, do y'all have anything that y'all want to ask? I mean, uh, Roger Hall, how are the supermarkets? Is it open or more Americanized?
Ones we go to are indoors.
Yeah, they're not open. They're indoors. It's a lot like grocery stores in the states. Um, but the thing about stuff like their meats, uh, their beef is tough.
Yeah.
And I'm a pretty good cook, and I can't find a way to tenderize the beef. And I love my steaks, but I cut out. We don't buy beef anymore. We just buy chicken, lamb, and fish. And so that's where we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it with chicken, lamb, and fish. And the lamb is a bit on the tough side, so you got to cook it in the oven first. And if you want to smoke it, then put it on the grill. So we bought us a smoker and a grill. So we're ready. We're ready. So we eat good. We eat very good. And so yeah, Roger, the grocery stores here are pretty convenient.
But don't you dare buy anything American in their store.
Oh,
If you do, you are actually paying triple to 4 or 5 times more
yeah,
than what you would in the States.
yeah.
It's very expensive.
We bought a cast iron pot, and I'm pretty sure in the States we could have got that pot for maybe a little less than $100.
Right.
We paid right at $400.
Because they don't have any here. They
You
don't
know,
have
yeah.
any cast iron here.
We've been looking for cast iron pots since we've been here, and it'll be 90 days on the 19th. And it's just none to be found. And then the one place we did find, uh, man, you're talking spending a lot of money. So
We can't even find fly swatters.
yeah, we're gonna
Can't
have
find
to
'em.
we're gonna have to make our own fly swatter. We don't really have a lot of flies inside. I don't know why, but we do have a mosquito problem. But we stay amped up on B12 and cinnamon. So every morning when I drink my coffee, I put a little bit of cinnamon in my coffee,
B12.
and then I take my B12 pill, and they don't like that. So, and the reason, now they'll still bite you, but the reason I do that is because cinnamon and B12 is a major fighter against malaria. Now, malaria is and can be a problem here. We haven't dealt with it, but we have heard of two people. One of them that was really close to us, he was our driver, which he's now in another town called Arusha. I think it's about 10 hours from here. He was sick with malaria, and when you come down with it, it has a 2-week incubation.
2 weeks before you get the symptoms.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's another 2, maybe 3 weeks for you to heal.
Yeah. So if any of you decide that you're coming this way, remember these things. Get stocked up on B12 and cinnamon, ground cinnamon, organic. Get the good stuff, and make that a part of your daily diet, because the only real threat here is mosquitoes. But the people, man, the people here are really nice. I mean, now here's another thing you need to know. When you are in this country or in this particular area, and it's probably like that anywhere else in Africa, the minute you open your mouth speaking English, whatever the price is you were going to buy doubles. So we've been learning Swahili. So they're a little scared to try that on us, because they don't know if we're testing them or are they testing us. So they don't take a chance. We get the same prices that the natives get. But keep that in mind.
Another thing that benefits us when we're out and about is that we wear our fringes. They don't know who we are.
Yeah.
You know, they have no idea.
We're not like the average Americans they see come here. And when we're out, we can see the eyes staring all day. And I mean, some of them stare and they see you looking back and they're staring so hard they don't realize you looking at them, you know. But they're looking at the fringes. They're wondering, well, what is this? Who are they? You know. When we went to the beach, all eyes was on us. And so and we don't dress flashy, but you know what I noticed? Most Americans come here, they come here wearing Nikes, Adidas, and they flashing their jewelry, and then they wonder why they get treated the way they do. That's why, you know, because it's like rubbing your fortune, because that's what it is to them, rubbing your fortune in their face. I'm better than you. So they try to get every dime out of you they can.
Yeah, because I think the average salary for the month is like $500 US dollars, 500 for the month.
I don't think it's that much. It might be. I don't think it's that much. But we deal with T shillings here. That's their currency. And you take a million T shillings is like about $430, I think. So I guess in a way you can say we're millionaires because we do have a pretty nice savings account. And we prepared before we came here, and we're budgeting. Even though we got that kind of money saved up, we still budget. We don't just go out and buy stuff just because we can buy it. You know, we try to buy what we need. Now, my wife, she gets a little crazy sometimes. You know, she's got a stool cleaner in every bathroom. I don't know why. Just take one from that bathroom and go use it in that one. That's where a guy would do it. Hey guys, give me a thumbs up. I know the ladies are gonna be with you. I already know. But yeah, we don't just go and spend money crazy. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is because 10,000 T shillings is equivalent to about $4. Roger. 10,000 T shillings is about $4, a little over $4. You should see the smile on their face. Like when you call somebody to come and take you somewhere, a Bajaji or a Boda, and they show up and they take you all the way across town to the grocery store and wait on you in the parking lot, load up your groceries and help you unload them. And you give them 20,000 T shillings. That's $10. That's less than $10. And they're like, wow, really? Cool. I want to be your driver. Okay. But see, we go a little bit beyond that because we look at them like an investment. When I call them, I want them to think, oh, I gotta go to him because he always pays good and he gives us a tip. I mean, just because that 10,000 T shilling is a little above average on what they normally get, I wouldn't want to be treated that way. So I don't treat them that way. And I've had a few people tell me, oh, man, it don't cost it. I don't care, man. This is what I want to do. But they want to tell me, oh, you shouldn't give them that much. Listen, I can call one of them right now and they'll be here in less than 15 minutes and take me anywhere I want to go. And if I'm short on cash, or if I just tell them, hey, all I got is 15,000, you know what? They'll take it and they'll smile. And when I call them, they'll be right back. So, man, this is a nice place. This is a nice place. I love it when I get up in the morning and I see the clouds. You know, I can't remember the last time I saw real clouds in the States. And I didn't realize that I wasn't seeing real clouds until we got here. The clouds here, well, if you see them, you know these are clouds. These are not chemtrails. Now,
not one chemtrail.
Not one chemtrail. There is no jets flying high over, leaving a long trail of poison behind it. Now, the water here, you don't drink this water. So you have to buy water. And, it's okay to shower in, yeah, I don't even like brushing my teeth with it, but you can cook with it because that heat is. But as far as drinking it, you don't want to drink that water. Now, some of the natives drink the water, and I guess they used to it, whatever. I don't know, but some of them drink the water and they don't get sick. Let's see, what else is it? What else is it that? I wish I could show them the way our water system is set up. But yeah, sometimes when power goes out, especially during the day, oh man, it's just hot. It's miserable. And I am not a person. I'm not a fan of the heat. I like cold air. Now we bought a portable air conditioner for the bedroom. Now it's not cold. Well, I guess for her, but not for me. But it keeps us from sweating. But it can get pretty warm here. So everybody, I guess we're gonna close up shop. And man, I'm so glad we had a little time to spend with y'all today. This makes my day. So I'm going to say shalom and much love to each and every one of you. And before we go, if anybody wants to ask something, please do. Shalom, Marianne, Sister Marianne. We love you. We love you, Roger Hall. We love you, King Tubby. And wow, it looks like Brother Lewis. We love you too, brother. And you need to try to get yourself together, man, and get on out of there and get over here. All right.
Before they shut down everything.
Hey, yeah. Hey, listen. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. This war, some people saying it's a stage, some saying it's real. It really don't matter. What matters is they have an agenda. And if they have to pull some fake stuff off to make their agenda happen, listen, fake or not fake, they're shutting down airlines because gas prices is going up. Oil prices is going up. Before long, they're going to start shutting down borders. Not only will you not be able to catch a flight out of the U.S., but you won't even be able to get a passport. They've raised the prices on passports. Much love, Brother Hall. So you won't even be able to get a passport. And I see this coming. They're going to shut down the airlines. Russia is in Ukraine. Next, they're going to try to take the capital city, which is Odessa. If they take Odessa, that's a very strategic place. That's going to set them where they want to go. Now, Moldova used to be part of Russia. Well, if they take Ukraine and Moldova sitting right here, what's to stop them? All right. So if they take Moldova, then China is going to take Taiwan. Now, right now, America is trying to stay out, so to speak. But if China goes in Taiwan, that's going to pull America in. And this war is going to land on the U.S. doorstep. Because when China comes in, America is going to come in, and that's going to bring all the rest. Iran, Israel, Pakistan, Iraq, everybody's going to be in it. And they're going to start, and Putin has already threatened nuclear missiles. We are praying for you guys all the time, Sister Mary, all the time. And I know that if you're following these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you stand out of that New Testament, because that is not your book, that is not our book. It was written for them people. It was not written for us. the Most High is going to look out for y'all. Some kind of way, he's going to send his angels, and he said that he's going to pull his people out. So we're going to trust in that. And with that being said, people, much love to each and every one of y'all. Shalom, everybody.
Shalom.